Hello, one all, is my view of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Chapter 101, Where I Should Be. And for the 6th or 7th time in the series, Koyuchi has gone plus ultra, unlocking a whole new upgrade to his quirk, seemingly out of nowhere, that makes him way, way more powerful. And I do get where the series is coming from. Basically, when Koyuchi was a baby, his mother would beat him time and time again every time he tried to use his quirk, and as a result, he basically created a sort of mental block around it, preventing him from unleashing his full potential, his full power at any point, and he's been trying to undo it bit by bit over the last 100 chapters. I mean, don't forget, way, way, way back when in Chapter 1, Koyuchi could go, basically in a straight line very slowly, about the speed of a bicycle. But then, he learned how to go faster, he learned how to brake, he learned how to use his powers to suction cup onto a moving train instead of just pushing off of it. He learned he can do basically a double jump, he learned he could shoot projectiles out of his hand, and then the battle with Six, he learned a whole bunch of other stuff, basically how to make his shots way, way more deadly, how to increase his speed to just utterly ridiculous levels, and how to fly through the air with such overwhelming velocity that not even Endeavor could keep up with him. So yeah, this latest upgrade, not all that surprising, as he can now basically fly through the freaking air as much as he wants, which, yay! And it is definitely going to be interesting to see how all these upgrades do in his battle against Six, though I kind of feel like he might have already just won. I mean, he can stay in the air almost indefinitely, and he can shoot with the accuracy of a professional sniper, so yeah, not a whole lot Six can do against that. I mean, Six can't fly, can he? I mean, I'm fairly certain Six can't fly, so all he really needs to do is, float in the air just a couple hundred feet outside his range and shoot at him, and, that's it, he wins. Yay! Though Six is fairly smart and evil, so he could just, hide inside the hospital or take one of the police officers hostage, so Koichi wouldn't be able to do that. And speaking of police officers, I think this chapter has really confirmed that the police in this series are utterly and completely useless. I mean, just ignoring the fact they can't use their quirks to fight villains who are using their quirks. They are using guns. Regular old modern day guns. I mean, this series has super futuristic technology sometimes. They have jetpacks. Why aren't they firing with plasma rifles or neuron disrupting beam emitters? Something like that. Something that would really stop the villains in their tracks instead of just, regular old metal bullets. Even a freaking stun gun would probably be more effective against these things than just, regular old bullets. I mean, in other series I've read, electricity is usually a good way of dealing with things that have a high regenerative capability. So, I don't know, maybe that would be more effective, or maybe just, make the Nomu explode much more violently. Yeah, probably much more violently. And it's definitely concerning that, Six is showing himself to the police officers. It's basically him saying, yeah, I'm gonna murder every last one of you. I mean, don't forget, the whole reason he's doing this is to kill Pop, because she knows what he looks like, and she can, get in the way of his plans to become a hero. So the fact that he's showing his face to police officers basically means, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill all of you. And Soga's gang over there, I'm gonna kill you too. Oh, Midnight, you're here. You're definitely gonna die as well, so yeah, that's bad. That's very, very bad. And, we can only hope that right before Six goes in to murder the detective, Koyuchi swings in and saves the day. Yay! Though I don't think it's going to be a full frontal attack. I mean, definitely it's interesting that Soga, signaled to Koyuchi to come over to him and talk to him before he went to do the battle against Police Station. I mean, it was basically just him saying, oh, the villains are making their move. Yeah, no duh, I see the explosions. Obviously, the villains have made their move, so I feel like Soga has something planned, some sort of weapon or some sort of advice or some sort of strategy for Koichi to take down Six in the Proto-Nomu. I mean, don't forget, 4 or 5 chapters ago, when he went to Koichi's apartment, he found something underneath the tarp, and we didn't actually see what it was. My personal theory is that it was some sort of gift left by Knuckle Duster, some sort of suit upgrade for Koichi, some sort of weapon that makes him more deadly, some sort of weapon that would be super effective against Six. I mean, back when Knuckle Duster fought Six, he was able to almost win just by playing the audio very, very quickly, so that Six's brain would try to keep up with it and would basically fry itself because it didn't have enough oxygen. So just something like that, a recording and some speakers would probably be enough to give him a serious advantage over Six and, help Koichi basically win much more easily, hopefully. Also, just want to mention how much I love Soga's gang picking up the wounded police officer and bringing him to safety. They are really great guys. They are nice guys. I mean, not so much, way back in Chapter 1, but they have become much better people since then. I'm very happy about that. And then back at the start of the chapter, where Aizawa was sending Koichi off to go save Pop, it definitely wasn't as epic as during the training camp when he said, "In the name of the pro hero Aizawa, all students in class 1A and 1B are free to use their quirks to defend themselves. Yay!" I mean, seriously, I still get chills when I watch that clip. Oh, so good, so good. But here he's going more for the whole plausible deniability thing. Oh no, he didn't send a villain to go fight other villains. That'd be crazy and very much illegal. All he did was tell a civilian to escape a dangerous situation and go turn himself into the police. That was it. Easy enough. I mean, he definitely could have, just deputized Koichi like we saw Knuckle Duster do in that flashback way back when, or not all that long ago, actually. But I kind of feel like it wouldn't actually be the same here. I mean, back then, Rappa and Mirko were certainly engaged in some illegal activity, but they weren't really villains. Here, Koichi is one of the most wanted men in all of Japan, so yeah, I don't really think it'd be justifiable in any sense to, deputize him. I do love his line, though. "This isn't where you need to be right now." That really speaks to Koichi. Tells him he needs to go off. He needs to go be by Pop. That's where he needs to be. That's the place he's heading to right now, and that's enough for him to go plus Ultra to unlock a new semblance, a new part of his quirk that allows him to, do double, triple, infinite count jumps. He can't even count how many times he jumped in midair. He can just keep doing it again and again because he's not focused on it. He's focused on where he's going. He's focused on reaching Pop, and oh god, I cannot freaking wait. I cannot freaking wait to see exactly how his quirk continues to upgrade and evolve and improve when he's really faced in, a life or death situation. I mean, Soga said this is do or die. No, Soga, this is kill or die. I mean, 6 is way too dangerous to be taken alive, and with his regeneration abilities, even when you think he's on death's door, he can still keep coming back. So the only thing Koichi can do is either kill him or be killed by him, and just seeing, what that does to him, what being put in that situation actually does to him, actually forces him to evolve into, I cannot freaking wait for it. I mean, just with the power curve in this series and how much Koichi has grown, I wouldn't be surprised if he learned how to use his suction abilities to basically make a black hole. Actually, now I think about it, that might work. I mean, obviously not a black hole, but let's not forget that 6's big weakness is that he needs oxygen to use his speed quirk. So if Koichi is able to suck just, some of the air outside the room, to thin the air a little bit, enough so that 6 isn't able to get a full breath in, that would definitely slow him down. It might give Koichi the chance he needs to go in for the finishing blow. I mean, we saw in the flashback that O'Clock wasn't able to fight at full capacity while wearing a gas mask, so the same should apply to 6, if he's in a room where there's very little oxygen. Very, very curious about that. That'd be really cool to say. I could definitely see Koichi doing that. He's somewhat smart. He's usually a pretty okay strategist. But yeah, let me know else down below. What do you think's gonna happen next? I mean, Koichi just keeps evolving time and time again. What is he gonna learn how to do next? I mean, who would he be if his mother, wasn't such a controlling, overbearing, terrified woman? I mean, I feel like, with as much potential as his quirk has, he could probably be, All Might's sidekick by now, top-ranked hero in Japan. Definitely don't think that's, in the cards anymore. I kind of feel like, if you have a criminal background, you aren't actually able to become a pro hero, and Koichi has broken so many laws. So many, many laws. Maybe even murder. I mean, I said before, 6 needs to be killed to be stopped, and I could definitely see, maybe the detective coming in, delivering a finishing blow, shooting him in the head or something like that to take him down, but if Koichi actually does it, if Koichi actually kills him, I mean, even in self-defense, even in defense of police officers, I kind of feel like, that's the kind of crime that can't really get swept under the rug. I mean, even in the main series, when Deku and the rest of them took down Stain, the hero killer, in order to save another hero, they were still almost arrested because of it. And the police, basically had to slide under the rug, but if they'd actually killed Stain, I kind of feel like, sliding things under the rug really wouldn't have worked all that well for them. But yeah, let me know else down below. What's everyone planning? What's gonna happen next? Be sure to like, subscribe to the next video, and until then, peace!